Yo, hello there, and what is going on, YouTube? It is all about Lucky HD here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Minecraft pixel art build. Today we're going to be doing Bulbasaur, and we're going to be doing part 4, which should be the final part. I'm trying to get everything done in this part, even if it's long, I'm just going to do it anyway. And without further ado, let's get started with the build, and the blocks we're going to be needing. So, we are going to be doing the eyes, spots, and then the outlining. So I'll start explaining that while we do the build. Now for the blocks today we're going to be needing black concrete, and again we will be needing a placement block. So I've got my gold block as my placement block, and we will be needing prismarine, wax oxidized cut copper, green wool, lime wool, red concrete, white wool, light grey wool, pink concrete, magenta terracotta, and cyan terracotta. So I'll put a list on the screen if you need to pause the video and grab these blocks. For now, I'm just going to have my gold block, which is my placement block, and my black concrete out for now. So we finish basically what's left for the outline. And to start us off, we're going to go to this spot here. So this little spot here, which we did like in the first part. So we're going to fly over to here. So we're going to start from bottom, then go to the top. And once we're moving over to this spot, we want to fly to the very top bit, so the very top right corner here. And from this very corner, we're going to take out our gold block, again our placement block. And we're going to place 4 going to the right from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from these 4, we're going to place 1 black concrete to the right. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here with our black concrete, and place 2 to the right. So 1, 2, and do an upright diagonal, and we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do an up left diagonal, and then do another up left diagonal. And then do a bottom left diagonal, then do another bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left, do another bottom left diagonal, and then do another bottom left diagonal, then do a bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath, and then do another bottom right diagonal, and then there you go. We just break our gold blocks. There's the first little part done. You can see, quite simple and very quick to do. And we're going to move on to the right hand side, so over to the right leg here, and we're going to fly over to this spot here. So where we've got like the Y splitting up, so like where his legs basically are, and we're going to go to there, so this point right here. And once we're at this point, we're going to fly down to the bottom of this point, so the very bottom block here. And we're going to place 3 gold blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3. And then place 1 black concrete to the right. So I'm just going to zoom out just so you know where I have placed it. Just for those that didn't get that. You can see right there. If you haven't done that, do that now. If you already have, well, we're just going to break our placement blocks. And then from here, we're going to place 1 black concrete underneath. Then do a bottom right diagonal. Then do another bottom right diagonal, and place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do 8 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From this 8th one, place 1 to the right. Then we're going to do another right diagonal, and we're going to place another 1 to the right. And do another upright diagonal, place another 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another upright diagonal, but this time we're going to place 5 going on top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we're going to do an up left diagonal, and we're going to place 12 going on top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then we're going to do an up left diagonal, and we're going to place 1 to the left. Then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal, place another 1 to the left. then do bottom left diagonal, and then do another bottom left diagonal, and place another 1 going to the left. Then do another bottom left, and then do another bottom left diagonal. Again, place 1 to the left, and then we're going to do 4 bottom left diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there we go. That should just connect like so, and there's our second spot we've done today. So it should look like that. Once we've done this, we're going to head on over to the mouth. And we're going to head over to the left hand side of the mouth, where it's got that little section there where we're going to put the teeth. So we're going to fly over to here. And once we're flying over here, we want to be on the top row of the mouth where it's outlined. And we're going to come over to this little gap here in between, like, so it's literally, you know, on the teeth. It's this gap here going down in this bottom right diagonal. I'm just going to fly over, and I'm going to place 4 gold blocks going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to zoom out just so you can see where I've placed those blocks. So right there, if anyone didn't get that. If you have, then we're just going to fly back in. And with our black concrete, we're going to place 2 on top. So 1, 2. And then do an up left diagonal. And well, there you go. There's that done. As I said, the nose is very small, but that's all that's needed. We do have obviously another part. And once we've done that, we're going to fly over to the third line here. So the very bottom line on the top line here. So right here. And we're going to fly in towards the left hand side. And from here, we're going to count 3 inwards from here. So 1, 2, 3. And place 1 gold block on top. Just like so. So right there. Fly back in. And we're going to go with our gold blocks 5 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then take your black concrete. Place 1 on top. Then do an upright diagonal. Place 1 to the right. And then do another upright diagonal. And there you go. Break your placement blocks. And there is the nose done. As you can see, not very complicated at all. And once we have done the nose, we're going to do the eye next. So we're going to fly over to the line here sticking out the furthest again, which we did for the mouth. And we want to go 1 up from that line, so to this line right here, so the second line going up from that line. So the line that my cursor's hovering over, we're going to fly over there. And from this other line that we have flown up to, from the bottom, we're going to go up by 1, so to this one right here. Place a gold block just so you can see it. I'll zoom out. So right there, we're going to place 2 going to the right from here. So 1, 2. And then place your black concrete to the right. So again, I'll just zoom out quickly if anyone didn't get that again. Just there. I'm just going to fly back in, and I'm going to break my placement blocks. And from here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And place 1 to the right, and do 2 bottom right diagonals. So 1 and 2, and place another 1 to the right. And do another bottom right diagonal. And we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1, 2. And fly up and place 2 going up. So 1, 2. And then fly to the bottom and place 1 underneath. Then place 4 going to the right from underneath 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an upright diagonal and place 2 going up. So 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal and go up by 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then do an up left diagonal, and we're going to go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from here, we're going to place 1 to the left from the very top one, and we're going to place 1 underneath. And then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal, and then do another bottom left diagonal and place 1 underneath. And then do another bottom left diagonal and place another 1 underneath. Then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal and place 2 going underneath, so 1, 2, and then do another bottom left diagonal, and we're just going to go all the way down until we connect with the other block in a bottom right diagonal direction. So just break this too, so it should look like that. So I'll zoom out just so you can see it. It should look like that. So it connects in the bottom right diagonal direction, just like so there. And then once we've done that, we're going to fly back up to the top where we left off, right here. So back up to the very top on this left hand side, we're going to place 2 going up from here. So 1 and 2. Then do an up left diagonal, and place 1 to the left. And then do 5 bottom left diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From this 5th one here, place 1 underneath. Then do another bottom left diagonal, place another 1 underneath. And then do another bottom left diagonal and place another 1 underneath. Then do another bottom left diagonal, and we're going to place 3 going underneath this time, so 1, 2, 3. Then do another bottom left diagonal and place another 3 going underneath, so 1, 2, 3. Then do another bottom left diagonal, and we're going to place 5 going underneath, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, just connects to that block there. And there is the left eye done. And we're not going to fill it in yet, we will come back to filling it in, but we just want to outline everything first, and then we will fill it in then. Again, this video probably is going to be long, but I want to get everything done because I just don't want to stretch it to another part, and like it would just be like, this would just be short and then the other part would just be long. So I'm just going to get everything in for you guys, so you can just copy everything right now and do it right now. Well, not do it exactly this minute, you know, if you got to pause and come back to another time. But yeah, but we're just trying to get everything done basically today in this tutorial. And now we don't really have much to go off, so we're going to go off the eye. So the left eye, we're going to fly up to the top of the left eye, and we're going to go to this part sticking out here where it's got the 2 connected to the left in there. So fly up to the very top bit here, and we're going to fly to this part right here. And I'm just going to place 1 gold block on it so you can see where we're going to go off to. So as you can see, it's right there. We're going to go off that block and we're going to go to the right of that block. So we're going to fly back in, and we're going to go 9 to the right from here with our placement block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then place 1 black concrete to the right. Then place 2 going up, so 1, 2. Then do 3 upright diagonals, so 1, 2, and 3. And place 1 to the right, and go down by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then do bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left, then do an up left diagonal, place 1 going up. And there you go, that's that little spot there done as well. So again, we're just going to go fly over and break our placement blocks as well. And once we've done this spot, we're going to fly back at the spot here. And from the very top of this right corner here, so I'll place the gold block again just so you can see it. So right there, just going to fly back in. And we're going to go 10 to the right with our placement block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then once we place 10, we're going to place 1 black concrete to the right. And then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal and place 1 to the right. And then we're going to do 3 more lots of this right here in an upright diagonal direction. So 1 upright, 1 to the right. That's 1. That's 2. And there's 3. And there you go. That should be 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Fly back in. And we're going to do 3 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. We place 1 to the right. And then do 7 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And from the 7th one, just going to place 2 on top, so 1, 2. And then we're going to place 11 going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal. And we're going to place 2 going to the left, so 1, 2. And then do another bottom left diagonal. And then place 3 going to the left, so 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal and place 1 to the left. And then we're going to do 3 more lots of this right here in the bottom left diagonal direction. So, bottom left, 1 to the left, that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. That should be 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Fly back down. And then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal, then another bottom left diagonal, and then place 1 underneath. And then we're going to do 5 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5, and there you go. Should just connect to the other bottom right diagonal, or well, the first block we placed basically in the bottom right diagonal direction. And there you go, that second spot should just look like that. So we're going to break our placement block as well again, so break all this. And then we're going to fly to the second spot, and from the second spot, we want to fly to the 2 black concrete right here. So from the bottom line, we're going to go to the first 2 right here. So I'll place a gold block so you can see. And we're going to go off the right one, so the second one going to the right. So right there. Fly back in. And break your block and go 8 underneath from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you've done 8 with your placement block, we're going to place 1 black concrete underneath. Then we're going to place 1 to the left. Then we're going to do 8 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then from this 8th one, place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. From this 3rd one, place 1 to the right. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals. So 1 and 2. Then place 2 to the right. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do an upright diagonal. Then we're going to place 4 going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do another upright diagonal. And place 7 going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there you go. As you can see, it just connects in the up left diagonal direction. Break our gold blocks. And as you see, there's the 3rd spot done. And once we've done this 3rd spot, we're going to go off with our placement block from the 3rd block as well. So we're going to move on to the big line here that's sticking out to the right. So we're going to move to here, and we're going to move to the bottom of it, and then we're going to go up by 1. Just going to place 1 on top, just so you can see where we're going from. So again, right from there. And from here, we're going to go to the right by 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then take out your black concrete and place 1 to the right. Then we're going to go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then do an upright diagonal. Place 2 on top. 1, 2. Then do another upright diagonal. And then do another upright diagonal. And place 1 on top. Then we're going to do 2 upright diagonals. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to fly down and break our gold blocks. And then we're going to zoom out, just have a look what we've done so far. So far that's what we've done. I don't know actually what that line is. I think it's like I guess like kind of like an eyebrow. Anyway, regardless of what it is, we're going to fly back towards it, and we're going to fly back towards the very top block. So the very top one going at the top. Again, I just place 1 gold block on there, just so you can see. This one should be quite easy to follow. We're just going to fly back in. And we're going to take out our gold block, and we're going to go to the right by 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to take out our black concrete and place one to the right for now. And then we're going to place another one to the right. And then we're going to place one going underneath. Then we're going to fly back up. And then we're going to place 3 going to the right from the top here. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. Place 1 to the right. Then we're going to do 4 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this 4th one, we're going to place 1 underneath. We're going to do 2 more lots of what we just done right here in a bottom right diagonal direction. So bottom right, 1 underneath, that's 1. And there's 2. There you go, that's 3 in total. 1, 2, 3. Fly back in. And do another bottom right diagonal. And we're going to place 3 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And we're going to place 11 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then do a bottom left diagonal. Place 1 going to the left. Then do another bottom left. Place 3 going to the left. So 1, 2, 3. Then do another bottom left diagonal. And we're going to place 8 going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to place 1 on top. And then we're going to fly back down to the bottom of this block here. And we're going to do bottom left diagonal. So we'll come back to there in a bit. And we're going to place 10 going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to do 2 up left diagonals. So 1 and 2. And we're going to go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then do another upright diagonal. And go up by another 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then do another upright diagonal. And then do another upright diagonal. Go up by 1. Then do another upright diagonal. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal. And go up by another 1. Then we're going to do 6 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to place 1 to the right on the final one, just like so. And we'll break our gold blocks. So annoying. Alright, there you go, they're gone. And now we're going to go back to this one sticking out here. So just like right here to the right. And we're going to place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal. And do another bottom left diagonal. I'm going to place 2 going underneath. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal. And place another 2 going underneath. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal. I'm going to go underneath by 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then do a bottom right diagonal and place 1 underneath. There we go, we're just done there. Again, we will move back onto the eyes, but that should be everything outlined so far. Again, I wanted to get this quick as possible, and to be honest, it did take longer than I expected. I mean, then again, we did do quite a bit of outlining, but I think I'm still going to try and just get everything done today, because I really don't want to extend this any more than it is, because I said I was going to finish it, like last video, and I don't. Well, I wanted to finish the outline last video, but I didn't even get to do that, because there was still so much. I don't want to rush anything though, but again, it's not going to be too complicated. There's not too much shading, so I think we got time. Yeah, we've got time. We definitely do have the time. But that did take longer than I thought it was going to take, that's for sure. And without further ado, let's actually get into the shading. And just to explain how I do the shading, if you do not know how I do the shading, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be telling you the outline with a certain block, and that will be outlining the part where it's shaded. So I'm not going to fill it all in this video. It will be all filled in at the end if you want to see it at the end. But you want to do shading because shading makes it look nicer and it makes it look cooler. You don't just want to do it all green because it's just not going to look right? So I'm basically just going to explain in outline. So it's more outlining, but it's not with the black concrete. It's going to be with, for example, green wool, lime wool, etc. So let's actually get into it. You will understand why we're doing it. So I think first of all, as starters, I'm going to take out the cyan terracotta, and we're going to do the most simple one of them all. So all these spots that you see in Bulbasaur, so this spot here, we're just going to fill this in with cyan terracotta. So all of it filled in with cyan terracotta. Not going to fill it all in, I'm just going to fill in a bit, just so you can see. So obviously there's going to be no shading in this little spot there. Then I'm going to fly over here to the right to this little second spot here. And I'm going to fill this in here. And then we're going to fly up to his other spot here. So just floating up. Again, just going to fill this in. Just a tiny bit. Then we're going to move on to the right over here and fill this spot in as well. There you go. Now I'm just going to zoom out. And we're going to fly up to this spot here. Fill in a bit of it here as well. Again, I'm just showing a bit of quick outlining. And then fly into the face. And we're going to fill in these 3 spots here. With our cyan terracotta. There's one little spot. Where are you? Second spot. Ah, here's second spot. Fill it in there. And we can just fill all of this in as well, just to show you how it should look. And fly over to this one here. Fill this in as well. And then we're just going to zoom out. And there you go. As you can see, that's just what's going to happen to all those spots. So you can just fill all of that in with cyan terracotta. Now, if you choose to do it now, you can do it now. If you want to pause the video, do it now. That's up to you. I'm going to keep going ahead though, because basically mine's all going to be filled in at the end. So you will see what the final version looks like in the end. And again, we're gonna start with the easiest stuff and leave the outline until last. So let's start off with the toes, shall we? And we're gonna move on to the left hand side toes here. And for these toes, like toenails to be specific, we're gonna take out, oh, is it claws? Is it claws or toenails? I don't know, it's maybe claws, but regardless, we're taking out our white wool, and we're gonna take out our light grey wool. Now, all this left claw here, so this little spot here, just all gonna be filled in with white wool. So I'll zoom out so you can see where we filled it in, just there. I'm just gonna fill it all in because it's nice and quick, this one, so I can fill this in and show you. And the same with the second one here. This is all going to be white wool. So that's all white wool. See, and then we're going to move on to the third one. And the third one is going to be all light grey wool. And you see why it's light grey. It's basically because that area is shaded above it. So a shade in the claw as well. Now we're going to move on to the little spot hanging out over here. So this is also another claw. And this is also going to be light grey wool. We'll just fill it in. There you go. And then this claw here. This is going to be all white wool. So we just fill this in. The second one is also going to be all white wool as well. So we'll fill this in as well. And there we go. That's all filled in. And then this one here is going to be a bit different. Then once we move over to the right, we're going to take out our light grey wool, and from here we're going to place one going up from the middle. Then we're going to place one to the left, right there, and then we're going to go to the right and fly back into the middle here. Place 2 going up, so 1 and 2. Fly over to the right hand side, place 3 going up, so 1, 2, 3. And fly in and place 2 going up. And there you go, that should just look like that. Take out your white wool and fill in the rest. And there you go, that part should literally just look like that. Then we're going to fly over to the right hand side. So these claws here. And we're going to fill all of these three with light grey wool. So here's the first one done. Second one. There's the second one done. And then the third one. There is the third one. And again, I'm just going to zoom out just so you can see what we've done. So again, quite simple this Pyres. Only one was that little one there, but that's about it. And then there you go, there's its claws. So now we're gonna move on to, let's move on to the mouth. Yeah, we'll move on to the mouth. So in the mouth, these little two spots here and there, we're gonna fill those with white wool. So again, I can fill all of this in because it's short, so filled all that one in, fly to the right one here, and do exactly the same here, just fill it all in with white wool. So this is a Bulbasaur's, I guess, yeah, teeth. That's his teeth. And there you go, that's that little part there filled in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pink and magenta, concrete and terracotta. There we go. So, how should we start this off? We're gonna use our magenta, I think, and we're gonna fly over to the left hand side here. So once we're at the left hand side over here, we're gonna go down to the first two here. So the first two going down. So this two right here. So I'm just gonna place two magenta down on top of it like that. So there you go, you can see where we're going to go from. And then I'm just going to fly back in. And then once I've flown into the right, with our magenta terracotta, we're going to go 9 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to do an upright diagonal. So just place one up there. Oh, I just want to say one thing as well. When I say do upright diagonals with this stuff, like the pink and other stuff, make sure you break the diagonal block you do, because sometimes I could leave it there, but that's because I did it on the right side. I'm not gonna leave it though. I'm gonna break every single one I do. It's because like there will be blocks on the side if you did it in that direction, but if you did it on the other direction, so like if I placed it to the left and then went up, but if I placed it to the right and then went to the left, it would be fine. But with the left, it would be sticking out one too many. I'll show you anyway, but just make sure you break all diagonals regardless when you're doing a diagonal. Which really, realistically, I'm sure you all would do anyway. So, moving on, we're gonna, with our magenta terracotta, we're gonna go 19 to the right from here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. So break it, just like so. And then we're going to go 4 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And then we're going to go all the way to the right. So don't need to count, just go all the way to the right until you connect to the black concrete. And then there we go. So to explain this magenta terracotta is going to be all up. So magenta terracotta is going to be up in here. So up in here. Just place a couple in. Just like so. This is like all in here. And then same with this side as well. Just all in here. And the other side, so this side here, is going to be pink concrete. So if you want, you can do this. So I can just go with the pink concrete and outline it over the magenta terracotta so you know which side is on which. Again, I have to explain this just because some people, you know, I'm assuming I've just done this build, or just doing this build. I haven't done the Naruto build, which is the only other one I've completed, because I am new to doing these pixel arts, so I'm not going to complete loads. We have loads of artwork to do though, and I got loads coming up, but they take time to do. But there you go, you can see what happens there. So pink concrete on the inside, magenta on the other side. And then we're going to move on to the eyes. And after the eyes, we've got a couple of outlining to do again. Not so much outlining, but it is a fair amount, but it's not loads. It is really simple, this one, so that's lucky for us. And I think we're going to move on to the left eye first. So we can put our pink concrete away. Of course, don't get rid of it if you haven't filled it in yet, but we're going to take out our white concrete, and we need our white wool, and we're also going to need our red wool and our red concrete. And we're going to move on to the left hand eye. So, to start things off, we're going to fly up to the top of the left side and the inside here. And from here, we're going to move down to the first two going down right here. So, I'm going to place one block underneath, and I'm going to place my white concrete underneath. So, just right there. So, as you can see, there's my white concrete right there. And I'm going to fly back in. And then, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal, and place one to the right. We're going to do another bottom right, so we can just put it in that corner there. And we're going to take out our red concrete, and we're going to place a 1 in the corner just there. Then, with our red concrete, we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So, 1, 2, and 3. And then, from this last third one here, we're going to take out our white wool, place 1 to the left. Just like so. And then we're going to place 1 underneath, and then 1 to the left, and then place 1 to the right. And then from the right hand side, we're going to place 10 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to place 1 to the left, and place 1 underneath. Then fly up, place another 1 to the left. And then from here, we're just going to go all the way up. So we just go all the way up to connect to there. And then we're going to fill in the very centre. Just like so. And then once we've done this, we're going to take out our red concrete. And we're going to fly up to this upright diagonal here. And we're going to place 1 to the right in the bottom right diagonal direction. So just literally right there. And then we're just going to go all the way down. And then we're going to place 1 going to the left on the bottom one here. Go all the way down so you connect there. And then there you go, we're done there. And now what we're going to do is, on the inside here, we're going to fill this all in with red wool in this little section here. We're just going to fill all of this in with red wool right here. So I'm just going to fill it all in. Which I don't actually need to, but I'm just going to fill it all in because why not? And then on the other side here, as you can see, we're going to fill this in with red concrete. So just fill that in. Nice and quick. It's only small. I won't do it for the other eye, the other eye's bigger, but there you go. And then white concrete on this side. So on the upside again, just white concrete. I'm not going to fill all of that in. And then with our white wool, you fill it on the other side. So I'm just going to outline it like that. So we know which is on which side. So white wool on that side, white concrete on that side, red wool on this side, and red concrete on that side. Then, moving on to the right eye. We're going to take out our white concrete. We're going to fly to the bottom left here. And from this one right here, we're going to go up by 2 with our white concrete. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do an upright diagonal. And then go up by 1. And then do 4 more lots of this in an upright diagonal direction with our white concrete. So upright, up by 1. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. That should be 6 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then fly back into the top right here, where we left off. And we're going to do 4 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then from here, I'm going to fly in, take out our red concrete, go up 1. So basically an upright diagonal kind of. should look like that basically anyway. And then from here, we're going to do 6 upright diagonals. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then place one to the right, and do another upright, place another one to the right, and then do an upright diagonal, so just place in that corner there, and then there you go. So we're not fully done yet, and we're gonna go to the second 2 here with our red concrete that we did. So this one here, we're gonna take out our red wool, and we're gonna place one going underneath the right one here, and then we're gonna take out our white wool, place one underneath. Then we're gonna place one to the right, and we're going to place a bottom right diagonal, so down here, so we can just place one underneath and one to the right. But I'm just going to break it anyway again, because if you did it right there and then one underneath, it would be wrong. So I'm going to break all bottom right or right diagonals I do, which you should do the same as well, just so you make sure you're doing it correctly. Once we have done our bottom right there, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal and break it. And then we're going to go underneath by 10. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals. So, 1 and 2. Then we're going to place 1 to the left. And then do 2 up left diagonals. So, 1 and 2. And then we're going to go by 10. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do an upright diagonal. And then there we go. Just fill all of this in with white wool here. So I'm going to do all of it. Because, well, I mean, why not? I'm here. I am wasting more time, but it makes it a bit easier for you. And then, like you see on the inside here, it's going to be all red wool. So I'm going to do the same technique. I'm just going to take the red wool and outline it over the red concrete. Just like so. And there you go. You can see red wool on the inside here, red concrete on the other side up top, and then white concrete up here, and then white wool on the inside here. So again, I'll take up my white wool, and I'm just going to fill over. Just like extra work, but it does make things look a bit easier for you. It's more work for me, but easier for you basically. Because sometimes when filling it in, you might go like overboard. So you might place one white concrete over onto this side by accident, and you wouldn't realise, you think, where did I go wrong? But you just can't recognise it. So that's why I do that. And we're going to move on to outlining now with the actual kind of base design. So we're going to take out our, so put all those back, we're going to take out our Prismarine? Prismarine? There we go. Got it right that time, I think. Wax oxidized copper, and our green wool and lime wool. Oh, that's too easy to say. Now, I know Prismarine doesn't look that good when filling it in, but trust me, when it's done at the end, it looks very nice. But it changes colours when filling it in, which I don't know if anyone else has ever realised that. It's the first time like I actually used it in like a type of a build. It did look very weird. But without further ado, we're going to take our wax oxidized copper, and we're going to move, well, it's waxidized, it's wax oxidized copper. You know what, I give up pronouncing this block, I hate it already, because I can't say it. We're going to move on to the left foot anyway, and we're going to move on to this little spot in between these two here. And from the left spot here, we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal, and then go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then do another upright diagonal, go up by 1. And do another upright diagonal, go up by another 1. And do another upright diagonal, go up by 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do another upright diagonal, and we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 2, so 1, 2. And then we're going to do another up left diagonal, and we're just going to go all the way up to the top until we connect with the black concrete, just like so. and we should connect to the very end one there, just like that. And then I'm going to take out our prismarine, and again, just to make things easy for us, we're just going to fill on the left hand side here. So again, make sure it's on the left hand side, and we're just going to fill in on the outside here. Just like so. And there you go. And as you can see, basically all this is going to be prismarine on the left here. Of course, obviously not the spots. And then we're going to just fill in the other side of the wax oxidized cut copper. And we're going to fly into this point here. So this little gap here. Fly to the very top block. Once we have flown to this very top block, we're going to place one to the left. And then we're going to do an up left diagonal. So yeah, I'm just going to break it. And then another up left diagonal, so place it in the corner. Take out our prismarine and place it on the other right hand side here. And then there you go, as you can see. This is just going this side, and that's going that side. And also, this little spot under here, right here, this is all going to be wax oxidized cut copper. So I'm just going to fill in a tiny bit. Just so you can see where we're filling in there. There you go. There's that little first part done. So as you can see, wax oxidized cut copper, all in there. And the prismarine block is just going to be all there, and then all in here. So we've got a bit more to do. Just got to do our last little part here with our wax oxidized cut copper. And we're going to fly over to the second foot right here. So where we outlined here. And from here, we're going to move to the very right foot. So where we outlined it. And from the top of it, I'm going to place one to the right, just like so. And then we're going to do 3 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to place one on top. Then we're going to do 7 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And place one on top. Then we're going to do 3 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. Place one on top. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal. Place 2 on top. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do 2 upright diagonals. So 1 and 2. And then place 1 on top and a second one. Then do another upright diagonal. Place 2 going up. So 1, 2. And then do another upright diagonal. Place 3 going up. So 1, 2, 3. And then do another upright diagonal. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal and place 1 going up. Then we're going to do another upright diagonal. Place 2 going up. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal. And we're going to place 3 going up. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal. Place 2 going up. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal. So just place 1 to the right there. And then place 1 going up. Just like so. Then we're going to fly to the right of it. So on this black concrete here, we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. And from here, we're going to do 2 upright diagonals. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1, 2. And there we go. There's that little part done there. So we do have a bit more to do. Just a tiny bit more, but not too much. And I think, yeah, we're just going to outline and then I'll explain the rest. So once we've done this, we'll fly back. We're going to fly down this line that we just placed over. And we're going to go to the second 3. So this 3 here. And I'm going to fly in towards this 3. The second one. I'm going to place 1 underneath for now, just so you can see. And there you go. We're going off that block right there. So I'm going to fly back in. And then from here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And then place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And place another 1 going underneath. Then another bottom right diagonal. Another 1 going underneath. And then we're going to do 2 bottom right diagonals. So 1 and 2. And place 1 going underneath the second one. And then from here, we're going to do 4 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this fourth one, we're going to place 1 going to the right. Then we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. And from this third one, we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1, 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal. Place 2 to the right. 1, 2. Then another bottom right. Place 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 10 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from this 10th one, we're going to place 1 on top. Then we're going to do 3 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3. Place 1 on top. Then we're going to do another upright diagonal. So we just place 1 to the right there. And then place 1 on top. And there we go. There we're done. So we're going to... So the bottom here is going to be all wax oxidized. So I'm going to take my prismarine and I'm going to place on the upper side. So this side. I'm just going to place it over again. Just so you know which side this goes on. Just fill all of this in again. See, you think you're almost done, right? But we're not almost done because, yeah, we're almost done doing the shading. Just to show the shade where we actually fill it in. And then we've got another, like, 4 hours to fill in. Obviously, I'm going to do that off camera, but... yeah. But it's nice enjoyment, though, once you've actually done with the build and actually get to see it. That's definitely for sure. Moving on to these 2 parts though, where do we fill these parts? So this little section here as well, this is also going to be filled in with wax oxidized copper. So I'm just going to fill this in here. So this actually makes things look a bit easier, so you can tell it fills in there. And it's going to fill in on the right hand side here. So on the left hand side here, just get our prismarine. And again, we're just going to cap it off. Just quickly do this. Trying to get you not bored as possible, you see. So we just make random sounds. And we are almost done. And there we go. And as you can see, it's just going to be exactly the same here. We're just going to go all the way over here. Fill it in on this upper side as well, on this section here. And as you can see, the inside here is wax oxidized copper. And there we go. So we do have one more part to explain. I know this video is going to be a really long video, but I'd rather get this out in one video, because if people have, you know, gotta go, like, they can always come back to the video anytime. So yeah. That's like, you know, that's one of the good things about YouTube now, that it saves where you were. Or sometimes it saves, sometimes it doesn't save, which is annoying. But so far it's looking a bit weird, but that's just because we haven't filled in everything. So we know where everything outlined is so far, apart from his sprout, whatever you call it, like bud, where the flower kind of sprouts. So with our prismarine, as we've already seen, I just want to explain this quickly though, everything is going to be filled in, the rest here, apart from the parts where the waxidized cut copper thingy is filled in. I've lost the words for that block, but so all inside here as well, so inside all the spots that aren't being filled in, for example the eyes and spots, we're not filling in that, or the mouth, it's all going to be filled in here. So again, you will see at the end product, just so basically you know where I've outlined, and then you see the end product of the entire things. You can just pause the video there if you want to use it as a reference. But we're now going to move on to the final part here, and we're going to be needing our green and lime wool, and we're going to use our green wool. And with our green wool, with this line sticking out here where his ear is, so we want to go from this line here, so we want to be at this point where my cursor's at. And we're going to go 2 lines, so 1 and 2. So this second line right here, which I'm going to fly over. And once you're at this second line here, we're going to move 1 down from here, so this block here. And I'm going to place 5 going to the right from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is with our green wall. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see where we're going from. So we're going from right there. I'm going to fly back in. And then from here, we'll do the bottom right diagonal. And we're going to go to the right by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal and place 1 to the right. Then we're going to do 4 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this 4th one, place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. Place another 1 underneath. Then we're going to do 4 more bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Place another 1 to the right. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And we're going to place 2 going to the right. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And place 3 to the right. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 6 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick place it back. And 6. And there you go, that's 6 right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now from the 6th one, we're going to go up by 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal and go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to do an up left diagonal. We're going to go up by 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we're going to do an upright diagonal. And we're going to go up by 2. So 1, 2. And then do another upright diagonal. And go up by another 2. So 1, 2. Then do another upright diagonal. Go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to do another upright diagonal. And go up by 2. So 1, 2. Then do another upright diagonal. Go up by another 2. So 1, 2. And then do another upright diagonal. Go up by 1 this time. Then do another upright diagonal. And go up by 2. So 1, 2. And then do another upright diagonal. And go up by 1. And there we go. We are finally done with the outline. So one more thing we do have to do though is we're just going to get on lime wool. And so green wool is going to be on the bottom right hand side. So here and here is going to be all green wool. And then this side is going to be lime wool on both of these two sides and the left hand side here. So again, I'm just going to fill over just so to make things easy as possible for you. Again, it doesn't really make anything easier for me. Well, I guess it does. You know, so it means I don't make mistakes either when going over. But it's mainly for you guys to make it easy as possible for you. And also with the Mega Pokemon and Alola Pokemon, I've planned out that we're just going to do the Megas right after the evolution. So after Venusaur, it is going to be Mega Venusaur. And after Mega Venusaur, it's also going to be Gigamax Venusaur. So those will be some pretty exciting builds to come up. I know not everyone wants to do all the Pokemon. Some might just want to do like, you know, Charizard and Mega Charizard. But I plan on doing all of them for those that want to do all of them. And personally, I want to do all of them myself as well. It's pretty cool. But there you go. As you see, I'm just feeling a bit. I don't know why. My instincts have kicked in already. But there we go. As you can see, we are done. Well, not quite done, but almost done. It's kind of like the skeletal of Bulbasaur right now. But that, so far, is what it should look like for you guys. And now, I'm going to stop the recording and fill all of this in. Yes, more hours of filling in. Oh, lovely. But, you know, as I said before, much as filling it in can take a long time. It's, you know, it's nice to put some music in the background, and it's a really nice end result when you get to see it all done. But without further ado, I'm going to head off because I don't want to extend this video any longer. But I do want to say one quick thing. I know, Matt, just shut up, or you want to get into the video? Yeah. I do want to stream me actually filling it in, because if I fill it in, we can have like a vibey time, or everyone's filling it in who's already done the other parts, or other people just doing other things. Also, and I want to do that for the time lapses I do. So when I do new builds, I'm also gonna like already have this all. So then I'm just gonna do the time lapse, and people will just be chilling, doing whatever they're doing, and I'll be doing what I'm doing. I'll just be speaking with the chat and all that. And I also want to do it for this. I want to like schedule the stream at a certain time, so like I'll do it like an hour after the video's uploaded, because then I would actually not be tired, depending on when I upload it. Of course, the only problem is with that is that then I don't have the finished version at the end, or I do like a screenshot. Actually, yeah, no, I can do a screenshot of the time-lapse one, so actually that wouldn't be bad. Anyway, I'm going to shut up, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, I'll see you in a minute. And there we go, there is our end result of Bulbasaur. As you can see, it looks very nice, and that is all for the first tutorial. We already have another 898 more to go, and yeah, and they're in parts, and I'm also going to be doing the Alola Galarians Megas Gigamaxes, so that's even more. And by the time we're doing this series, there's probably going to be like another 2 to 3 gens coming out while doing the series, because there's so many to do. But there was our first one, so I hope you've enjoyed the build so far. And if you're here, you know, just to have a look, just pause the video right now. If you basically just want that as a reference, you can just pause the video and just carry on continuing filling in. I've already filled mine in. Next time though, I think for one of the builds I might try, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the upload like out, and then when I upload it, after the upload, like probably like a 30 minutes or an hour after the upload, I'll have like a stream ready set. As long as I'm not doing anything, so I have like a stream set, and then we will fill it in live as well. So we'll do all the outlining, all that sort of stuff. I guess it depends on how long the video is, so I've got to give it a bit of time. So maybe a bit longer actually. But we'll give it basically time for everyone to do the outline and colours, and then we'll do a stream, and then we'll actually be filling it in live as well, so we get it all filled in as well, so people can fill it in. I think that'd be pretty good, you know. I think anyway. I don't know how it would go. Again, I probably shouldn't extend this video any longer. We're talking too much, but it's at the end of the vid. No one really cares. Without further ado, though, I'm gonna head out. And again, if you're just here to pause the video now or at any other point, because you know I'm not moving. So yeah. And without further ado, I'm gonna head out because well, today's actually Go Fest. So I want to go and catch some Pokemon and shinies. I would record it, but I don't have like a vlogging camera, so I'm not going to really bother with that. And I'm not really going anywhere special. So, without further ado, I'm going to head off and catch some Pokemon. So enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. Bye bye. And if you want, you can comment down below. What shinies you got? How many shinies you got in total? We'll see if we can do a comparison. After the end of day 1, I'll put on this video a comment saying I caught something about that many, or I'll say in the next video. Without further ado though, goodbye.